Okay, the next movie I'm going to talk about is District 9, written and directed by Neil Blomkamp, and produced by Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
And we're pretty far into the year, and I think I'm going to say, I think this is my favorite movie of the year. It's a totally original idea, just in the days of remakes and sequels and prequels, and here's something that's completely out of the blue and new and interesting, and sci-fi. And sci-fi doesn't get done a lot, and it's especially done well. And I thought this was a really thoughtful, interesting sci-fi movie. Basically what this movie is about is an alien spacecraft is hovering above Johannesburg, South Africa, and it's broken. For some 3 months, nothing is happening, and then all of a sudden the government decides to enter into the ship to themselves just to see what's going on. And there they discover a whole hive of these alien creatures known as the prawn, and they've lost their queen bee, if you will, so they're all just workers, and they don't know what to do. And so they have to take refuge in a slum down below that the government designated as being called District 9. And then MNU, a weapons manufacturing company, is kind of masquerading as being a human rights company or whatever, and they're trying to take care of these prawn, but really what they're trying to do is learn how to use their weaponry. And the head of MNU, known as Wikus van der Merwe, played by Sharlto Copley, he ends up getting kind of all caught up in this in a really weird, strange way, and it's really fun and interesting to see what happens to his character, because he has to do a complete 180 based upon circumstance. And what I really liked about this movie is that it was a sci-fi, and like all good sci-fi, it makes commentary on what's really going on. And it's talking about poverty, it's talking about immigration, it's talking about human rights, animal rights, gang violence, slum lifestyle. I think this has actually probably accomplished what Slumdog Millionaire was trying to accomplish, but better because we have aliens. So I give it an A++.
All right. Well, we'll have to disagree with you. This one's my lower grade one. This one's my. I know. This is my B. Gave it a B.
Oh.
But that's because, I mean, yeah, it has the original elements with the. But I didn't think it flowed like it should have. It went from, oh, is this a documentary kind of setup, which was cool and all. But, halfway through they have to start making plots. So it jumps between documentary setting and actual movie footage. But they still maintain the same kind of camera style, which is really big right now. They love the world loves shaky cam. I mean, Public Enemy's used it, and then Cloverfield, of course. But
yeah.
Seems to be a big thing about breaking the fourth wall or something.
Yeah.
But because of that, I don't know. I didn't quite get the transitions. Like, I'm like, am I following them with the camera, or am I just watching this? And that kind of confused me a little. So that kind of brought it down for me, because I got taken out of the movie whenever it changed like that. And I was kind of like, oh, am I watching this? Am I a part of it? But I did really like the main character. He's just wonderful. He's just like this really nice guy. It's really funny, is my wife thought it was the guy from Flight of the Conchords.
Oh.
They have
the manager guy?
Yeah, the manager guy. I thought it was him, and I was like, no. But it was. So that kind of brought a new light to him. I was kind of like, oh, that'd be pretty funny if he was. But he's not, I promise. He does much better than the guy from Flight of the Conchords.
Well, he has a lot to go through as a character. And I know what you're talking about, where it starts out like a mockumentary, and then it goes from that into real movie footage, and it kind of goes back and forth and sort of plays with that. And it is a little, I don't know, the transitions are a little strange sometimes, but I think for a first-time writer-director, and just for the sheer, aggressiveness of this movie, I kind of forgave him that just because he had such an amazing, interesting story to tell, and it really would have been hard to try and figure out a way to do that. And I thought, considering the transitions weren't so bad, yeah, I don't know. I can't say enough good things about this movie. I just think it's going to be remembered as being one of the more interesting sci-fis, as well as one of the more interesting movies of recent times, at least since The Matrix or even Blade Runner before that.
Yeah, definitely going to take high levels in the sci-fi genre.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. It didn't flow the way it should have, and I have to admit, I actually didn't like the aliens.
The prawn?
The prawn people, yeah. I don't know. There was
You
something...
didn't like Christopher? Christopher the alien?
Christopher the alien was... I don't know. They didn't make them up to be likable aliens.
They were... That's, again, another thing I sort of liked about the movie is that they were not, your smooth, clean-looking grays that you see all the time in, like, X-Files or Close Encounters of the Third Kind. They were disgusting. They were gigantic bugs, basically, and
reminded me of Men in Black.
Yeah, a little bit there, and that's what I liked about the movie is that the way it played around with genre and genre expectations. At first, you think, oh, this is like a comedy. This is going to be sort of like an Office with aliens, and then it goes from that straight into sci-fi and social commentary. Then it goes from that into an action film, and it's all over the place. But I love it.
All right.